Since 1973, Tattoo Charlie's has been an established body modification studio in Kentucky, featuring world-renowned artists and piercers, currently with locations on Preston Highway and in Lexington, a staple point in the tattoo community. Learn more at tattoocharlies.com. Set up your appointment today at 7904 Preston Highway. Our tattoos are done while you wait. Hey, are y'all in a band? Do you need merch for shows? By now I'm sure you've seen all the Metal Forge patches that are available, along with many more. Well, the printer I use for those is UKR Patcher. Check them out on Facebook and Etsy. They do awesome custom work and for extremely affordable prices for any band budget. Check them out, UKR Patcher on Facebook and Etsy. Hey everyone, do you play tabletop games like D&D and Pathfinder? Well, hit up Eric at Imagination Studios. They do custom printing for all your minis for gameplay. Don't forget, they are a licensed Reaper, Artisan Guild, and Moored printer and dealer. Hit up ImaginationStudios502.com for more info. That's ImaginationStudios502.com. EMAGINATION Studios502.com.
Ashball presents Metal Fest 9, the Jeremy Wade No Cancer Fighting Weekend. 30 bands, 2 stages, 2 hellacious days. $15 per night or $25 for the weekend. Includes fishing and camping. Metal Fest 9, sponsored by Imperial Tattoos, the Bill TV Network, Dark Star TV, and Mike Taylor Sound. Hosted by Metal Forge Radio, with special guest, Cold Steel Rail, Shovelhead, Year of the Gun, 2-Pump Jump, Cross Joint, Overload, Juke Joint Revival, Fudgeknuckle, and SWP, Dustin Swaggart, Nightshade, Celestial Serpent, Nothing's Wrong, Hidden Solace, Call Me Monster, Devil Be My Judge, Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Automalized Buried, E Flat, Until the Dead Walk, Creature of Exile, Eulogy and Blood, Bradshaw, Metal Fest 9 at the Boondocks Event Center, bringing havoc back to the farm. Friday, July 24th, Saturday, July 25th. In Shepherdsville, Kentucky. For more information, check it out on Facebook, Metal Fest 9, the Jeremy Wade No Cancer Fighting Weekend.
Thank you for tuning into the Metal Forge. I am Mark Jackson and I am your host. The premise of the show is pretty simple. Awesome interviews and awesome music. If you want to contact me, hit me up at metalforgeradio@gmail.com or visit the website metalforgeradio.com. And now, let's get this show on the road. What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, July 17th, and it is the Metal Forge, and I'm your host, Mark Jackson. It is Fudgeknuckle fucking Friday here on the Metal Forge. That's right. I have Louisville's satirical metal band, Fudgeknuckle, in the studio today. Actually, we're going to Mike Taylor's Sound Cellar, where they practice at and record and do all their stuff, and I was able to sit in and have some good times with them. I love those guys. It was fucking awesome. Short and sweet today. Not really much news. I do want to thank the Patreon subscribers. I do want to thank all of you guys for the extra over the last couple of weeks. You know, all the extra likes on Facebook. We've now reached over 2,000 likes as of this week. Awesome shit. I appreciate it. All the extra listens that you've given me, all the extra subscriptions to the podcast on various platforms. I love you guys. Thank you so much for doing that. But yeah, I'm going to listen to some Fudgeknuckle here in just a few minutes. I'm going to talk to him here in just a few minutes, and I hope you guys are enjoying the shows. I do want to plug Metal Fest again. It is next Friday and Saturday, July 24th and 25th. Over 30 bands going to be there. It's $15 a day or $25 for the weekend. It does include camping and fishing. BYOB, everything will be cordoned off to keep social distance. And I believe there's going to be temperature checks at the door and so on and so forth. So you all should come out. It's for a good cause. It's 100% of the proceeds are donated to the Jimmy V Foundation. And, we talk about that in the interview. But yeah, thank you all so much. Make sure you share to your friends, like and subscribe. Metal Forge Radio, Instagram, Patreon, metalforgeradio.com. All of that, it's branded Metal Forge Radio. I appreciate it. And I'm going to be giving away some stuff on the live stream, both on Friday, July 24th, and July 25th on Saturday. So tune into the Facebook page where you will see some live streaming on there. And yeah, we might be able to give some awesome shit away. Who knows? Some band merch, maybe some tattoo gift certificates, some other stuff, because it's all about the community. I love you guys. This is Fudgeknuckle. Joined in Mike Taylor's Sound Cellar with the gentleman from Fudgeknuckle. Woohoo! Yeah.
You almost got a spit take out of me on that one.
That's good. That's what it's about.
Right in Todd's face.
No.
He's used to it.
Yeah.
Todd is always like, spit in my mouth.
So I take all the shots around here.
Drool a little bit.
You
before
do.
You do it.
You really do. No matter which band you're in, it seems like you take all the shots, Todd. It's guys, how you all doing today?
Hot, sweaty. It's summertime in Louisville, Kentucky.
Awesome.
So let's go around the room and introduce ourselves here. We have on vocals,
Dan Howard.
on guitar,
Mike Taylor.
on drums,
Todd Hawkins.
and on bass.
Chris Hillary.
So,
And on the other guitar, Troy Nall, who is not here with us today because he has a tummy wummy achy wakey.
Aw. See what he's missing out on already? It's
All the fun.
definitely.
You're a bundle of fun,
We
Mark.
should honestly
I
feel
know.
obligated to trash him on this recording.
Hey,
Because I'm sure he would do it to me.
Yeah,
That-
it's been done to me
I wouldn't be
tons.
disappointed if it wasn't.
what is that they say? Turnabout's fair play, right?
Yeah.
Turn around. Turn around.
Reach around, Sarah play.
Yeah.
No reach around is some bullshit.
Shit.
I'm going to call him and let him be like the little computer voice.
And I mean, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, but you don't scratch my back, I hope yours fucking itches, man.
So tell everybody out in Metal Forge land about Fudgeknuckle. What is Fudgeknuckle? Who is Fudgeknuckle? Why is Fudgeknuckle?
Oh, that's a better question to start out with. Why is
Why is
Fudgeknuckle?
Yeah.
Me, Chris, and Dan were on a crew together at work, and we just, how I think everybody does is just come up with, funny, silly songs to sing just out of boredom or just out of, you know, pass the time.
And I feel part of it was probably talking about
keep
like
sane.
SOD, MOD, and silly shit like that.
Weird Al Yankovic.
And, you know,
A little bit of a.
it's wanting to do metal, but like not be serious at all. Just be goofy and satirical and offensive,
very
I guess.
satirical.
Yeah, what's the most offensive, most outlandish,
I don't know.
not jokey band, because the songs are actually really good.
They are.
I like that's what's so weird about it. I think that's why everybody likes us. The songs are pretty...
And there's no pressure of like being like a serious band, you know? It's kind of like we're a joke band, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's good music.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
And
it's
even
like,
if you mess up, it's like, oh yeah, that's part of the act.
Kinda has
I
that-
meant to do
kinda has
that.
that-
You want to make people laugh, but you don't want to be a novelty.
kind of has that guar factor without us being the novel part of it, of being dressed up and.
And I was thinking a heavy Psycho Stick.
I think, yeah, I think their subject material is more like song specific driven. I mean, I could see how we kind of are similar in that fashion, to
Right.
where like one song is obviously about, you know, a famous pedophile, where another song is obviously about, you know, having the door open when you poop.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, what's the premise of this song? Well, all right, there was somebody who was arrested for having sex parties with underage kids at their house, and
Yeah, we wrote a song about it.
we wrote a song about it. Like to hear it? Here it goes.
We wrote a song about our exes and threw it in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that wasn't
right.
my
A
ex,
couple of
man.
our exes, Troy and I.
You and Troy.
We kind of combined them together into one ultra bitch, you know, and wrote a song about her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's out there somewhere.
Little Miss Priss.
You just gotta
She's
find
out-
it.
Yeah. Thankfully, she's not on this tour.
Right. So, what is the most offensive song titles and subject matter that you have, other than what you just mentioned with the sex party?
Oh,
That's probably it.
I don't know. My Dixie wrecked. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Spelled my Dixie.
Yeah, like
You know, because
Dixie Chicks.
people aren't seeing
Or
the
the
name.
Chicks,
You're
I'm
hearing
sorry.
it.
Yeah.
But it has to do with Elvis, John Wayne, you know.
Well, it arose out of my dad used to go to this bar back in the day. My dad telling me that story about how pissed off people would get because you accuse someone of being gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just ridiculous because, like, who gives a shit? Like,
Right.
why would anybody give a fuck about anybody's sexual orientation and then get mad about it if they found out that, you know, they weren't what they thought they wanted them to be or what they thought a man should be or whatever, you know?
Compacted.
Sometimes when people are being awful, sometimes when people are being horrible, you have that tendency to just, like, take their own horribleness and shove it in their own face, and then you
Shove it
can
in
laugh
the
at
dick.
them, but they probably don't understand why you're laughing at them. Like,
Yeah, it's the
Sad
opposite.
side.
I mean,
It's
like,
your
we don't
sad.
advocate anything in that song. Like, we have a song where we tell people to ram a drill bit in their dick hole. Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
seriously.
Piss hole. Come on now.
Like, no. I mean, like, the whole point behind the band was satire to begin with anyway, you know, like, kind of like that 80s brand.
All right.
Like I said,
Yeah.
SOD, MOD,
I'm not
shit.
wearing spandex leopard print pants though, like Steel Panther.
Right.
No.
Actually, you'll be lucky if he's wearing pants at all at that point in the show.
Yeah. It gets hot on stage really quick.
Yeah. So, why music for you guys? Why not? I mean, I know you're all musicians as it is, but why not skit comedy on YouTube or some shit like that? I mean, would it translate as well?
No way.
Them two and Troy were in bands, and I never had been in a band before or anything like that.
Yeah, we wanted Dan to front the band.
I
And
mean, yeah.
With that original idea we talked to you about
Like, I
earlier
don't
about
know, none.
laying down in the lazy boy being just the epitome of some redneck, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna wear like a big fake beard
Or
and
the
stupid overalls and
the
walk out there like a hillbilly stereotype,
That never came to fruition.
Yeah,
because like the whole
anti-frontman.
Fudgeknuckle thing, it was just a goofy name that I came up with to represent this fictitious Appalachian mean ass that we were supposedly writing all the songs from the point of view of, and that's where the name came from.
So it's actually a concept band.
It was originally,
Yeah.
but only a few of the songs were like written in that manner, and then the rest of the shit was just goofy stuff we came up with.
Yeah, it's like
Like pooping. I don't know where that one came from.
Like,
during practice one day.
I've got the story for that.
All right,
Poopin
great.
came up with, all right, my sister-in-law, so her husband at the time, he would do that. And so, like, in the hallway, like, you'd have to pass.
Oh.
And it's like, it's like,
Wow.
who the fuck does that?
No shit.
Well, obviously somebody on drugs.
I just assumed,
Or
like,
just, yeah.
I chuckled because I figured it was like, dude, I got to just shit so bad that I'm not even shutting the door. I'm just fucking running in here.
Yeah, and then it's like, all right, well, what are
I don't
the
even have time to
normal?
shut the door,
Yeah,
you
so
know?
it's like, what are the normal circumstances where that would happen? It's like, got a turtle head poking out, or
Or never had a door when they were
yeah,
growing
or
up.
yeah, the fucking Uncle Pleasant's new vintage or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like,
you can't have a
like
door on the
that,
bathroom. 'cause-
situation
Yeah, there's
that
no door.
everybody's been in.
no
Or-
door to get in.
Or when you would go to Trixie's and they had the door that didn't latch, and so it just swung
Yeah.
open either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta put the
The bungee cord.
or the
when they
or
never
the
had
tie
soap.
on the doorknob.
I actually have a story about that too. I was at the Wendy's on Outer Loop, and it was in like '96. '96, like when they first started having like automated shit, and I'm just taking a shit, and I see the little handicap little plate on the wall, and I just push it. Next thing you know, the door does opens up, and here I am sitting on the toilet, and it just opens up. I mean, there's the whole tables and everything of Wendy's. I mean, all they had to do was look over, and they would have just saw me sitting. Luckily, no one did, and the door did close back, and I was like,
oh my god.
not doing that again.
You
should have been like,
while you're
"Hey."
wiping. Ass to the surface.
I mean, curiosity killed the cat that day.
I'm making hamburgers.
The moral of the story is don't push buttons.
Yeah. Don't,
I saw it sitting there and I pushed it. Lesson learned.
Definitely. So how often do y'all usually play out? I know y'all have done some metal fests. You're pretty much a special occasion kind of band these days, right?
It's never been anything but, really.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not-
No, we've never been able to practice enough to be any sort of full-time or even a reliable part-time band.
I think we played with Mistakes in Aviation. So
Oh, yeah.
they, we
played
kind of
cool.
gel together.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not playing out anymore.
No.
Ira's.
I thought we gelled real good with them.
Yeah. And there's I can't really think of any other band around town where it's like everybody. I mean, I think the dig on Louisville is that everybody takes themselves too serious and they backstab each other, and we just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you don't subscribe to the bullshit.
There's no
No pressure.
There's no it's like we're the goofy band that plays once or twice a year, if that.
And that's the weird thing too. Like, we don't play out a lot, but you'll hear people play this, play that, and I'm like, dude,
How do
these
you
people-
know?
Yeah. How do these people know
How
that?
do you remember
So there's kind of like a little cult following,
Yeah, they're like we
I'd fuck me. I have your two online
When
MP3s.
you hear one of the girls out in the crowd sing, "Oh, Little Girls Band," you kind of think, "What's up with this chick? Why do you like that?"
issues.
she's into snakes and
Sorry,
sparklers.
hearing that.
It's the only one
She's
she likes.
Lazarus in the background.
If y'all could play anywhere, where would it be?
I think CBGB's.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. I don't have a lot of ambition, so.
Let's just fly to Germany and play whacking. I don't know. Isn't that where
Sure.
whacking's at, Germany?
Yeah, we have to write Scheiße video
Winner.
songs.
What did he say? What did Todd say?
We need to play the mega church.
Yeah, that
Southeast.
would probably,
Yeah.
you know.
That would go over well. Horrible question, Mark.
I know. It is. It sucks.
If you could play anywhere, where would it be? On a porno set in Hollywood.
At the Rainbow, just to relive the old days of the cock rock era.
Yeah. Be like, Lemmy sat here. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. At that little.
Was
little
the Rainbow where he
video
hung out?
slot
Yeah,
machine,
because they had like a
Yeah, it was a rainbow.
It was a slot machine,
Yeah,
right?
we
He
said
hung
the
out
slot
at a
machine,
slot
yeah.
machine.
Bar tops machine.
Yeah,
Okay,
little
yeah,
bar
yeah.
top.
was.
Yeah,
Digital.
Like video poker, right?
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah. It had like
I gotta pass the time, yeah.
it had like 12 different names. Because I actually played that bar top
I know you did.
when I was there.
Why don't you fanboy out?
Huh?
I said, why don't you fanboy out?
I already
Jackson?
did.
Okay. Good on you, mate.
You all right over there?
Lemmy's a god to all of us, especially bass players.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right. So let's know about.
Bass. We got three bass players.
We all together would
Hey, he's
equal
a
one
drummer,
guitar
too.
player.
Being just human in general, except for Todd.
I am a robot.
I always like to ask general questions about everybody. So, what's your favorite film?
I'm never good at narrowing shit down.
I love Reservoir
It's like
Dogs.
no, that's a loaded
Reservoir Dogs.
question.
I love Reservoir Dogs, man. That's one
Yeah.
that stood the test of time with me.
Definitely. It's really good though. I mean, it's the intro to a whole fucked up
And
Tarantino
that
universe.
And that kind of fits with Fudgeknuckle.
That's
I don't know, just for some reason, the
I
whole
still got beer.
the interview, the whole setting at the restaurant and all that, not tipping away at Chris's, and then John Holmes and Big Cock,
Fine.
Madonna, and all that. It's a very Fudgeknuckle-ish conversation there. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Todd.
Well, I'd say probably alien movies because that's what I always go back to and watch anymore. Did when I was younger. I like Predator. I like all the sci-fi stuff.
Get to the chopper. Go.
Austrian Death Machine.
Yeah.
That'd be a good band we could play with.
Austrian Death Machine.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would. But see, that's like a one theme type of jokey band that sticks with one
Yeah.
type of
Idea.
thing. Yeah.
One kind of concept.
I think at least what we have going on is, different ideas and different.
Right.
I passed my film lore question to Dan Howard. There,
I don't know if
I don't want to be a basic bitch and say like Lost in Translation or something like that's. It's like each. All right, so it's like, what's your favorite film? Well, it's like, okay, that'd be a better question if it was like for each decade or something, because it's like you have like what was. Oh, I tell you what, there was a list that came out that somebody had put that. The most, was it on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes or something, like the 50 most watched or approved films.
Right.
And I'd seen all of them. I was like, holy shit. I don't want to say cultured, but it's like I'd seen all the films. Like even the ones that my wife made me watch.
Like Memento.
No, I bought the Memento DVD when it came out. Yeah, that's a one of those you watch it once and it's like, let me rewatch it, and then once you rewatch it, it's like, okay, I don't need to watch this again. Why did I buy the DVD?
Right.
Let's message Troy, see if you want to get on here via Messenger.
I couldn't narrow down just to one movie. I'm not an either-or kind of person, so when anybody asks me top list on anything, man, it's real difficult for me to do.
Yeah,
I get that.
It's like,
it's like
I can pick a genre, and I think it's a totally underrated genre, especially critically and.
Or you can go by director. What's George Lucas's best movie?
I love comedies. I just and it
Is
doesn't
Airplane
matter whether
or,
they're witty comedies or whether they're just straight up stupid. It's a good form of entertainment.
Dude, I tell you
it's
what.
a good form of entertainment.
Freaking, I'm not a golfer, but Caddyshack is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
you have everybody on their peak game, just Rodney Dangerfield just killing people on set, and people's like, just the stories of how come they're not laughing,
Right.
It's like they have to be quiet, Rodney. Their grips and
It's all different. There's all different
Ruin
reasons.
the audio.
It's all different reasons why comedies are like really good too. Like you can make political points and stuff like Mel Brooks did in the '70s and early '80s with Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, History of the World Part 1.
I'm still waiting.
All that stuff. For part 2.
Hitler on ice.
That's the thing too. I noticed.
But then it can just be something that's just totally silly, like Up in Smoke or
Oh, yeah.
like that doesn't have to necessarily.
Which was directed by a record producer.
I mean, I guess most comedy is going to be some form of social commentary at some point.
Definitely.
Now, whether that's has any politics in it or not is not necessarily. It could just be a comment on something you agree or disagree with that happens in pop culture or whatever.
I think that's probably like if people can take George Carlin or Hicks,
Yeah.
it's like either you like them or you don't.
Right.
And if you don't like them, fuck off.
That's like Fred Sanford, like Sanford and Son. It was a good show. I used to watch it. It was funny, and then I found out his comedy was raunchy and all that kind of stuff. And I was younger. I was a little more square back then.
You still are.
Yeah. But
Red Fox.
But it kind of turned me off because I was like, I thought this was a nice old man, funny old man. But
Red Fox. No, I love Sanford and Son back in the day.
but that's
Come
one
here,
thing.
dummy.
But
Fred Sanford and
Love
George
you.
Jefferson are like two of my favorite TV characters of all time.
Absolutely.
so that's a funny thing too. I was thinking, I worked on a movie set. It was a comedy movie that was being filmed. I was doing audio stuff,
Right.
helping out, doing whatever. And a lot of times the people, they'd have a scene, do a scene, and when it was over, they'd laugh, And when you were talking about the actual really funny movies,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Where all the
budget
grips
stuff.
have to,
Yeah,
shut up.
it's almost like they were maybe read stories about the set or saw stuff like you did,
Mm-hmm.
where people would actually laugh and they'd have to do it again.
Do it
because
again.
people
Yeah,
were
if it
laughing.
takes, yeah.
But a lot of stuff they were laughing, it wasn't even funny. It's like,
A lot of that is theater geek stuff.
Mhm.
Like they,
Yeah.
there's a different kind of
yeah, and I was
breed
like-
of
I was
person
like,
out
what?
there.
Right.
It's-
With the theater.
yeah. No offense.
Right. Yeah.
You're not a real person.
He's going to do this every time I go to ask the next question.
All right.
No, do you have a favorite food?
Pizza. Fuck it.
Everybody says that. Every metal band in forever. Pizza.
Pizza. I mean,
Korean barbecue.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Trying to
going
get
with.
Basil
the narrow
fried
shit
Thai
down
rice.
again.
Oh,
Like
yeah. that's
Qdoba.
what it's about.
Qdoba.
That's
But
hard.
If you're
Basil
drinking,
fried rice.
if you're drinking lumpia, is great. It's the ultimate
You can put
Party
whatever
food.
in there. Yeah. Like, what is it, like pineapple and cheesecake lumpia?
Yeah, I mean, you can make it with any lumpia you want. It's just a fried egg roll, but it's not like your standard Chinese egg roll or something.
That's American.
It's an adapted egg roll from like when the Spanish settled the Philippines. You kind of got a mixture of Spanish and Asian in there, and it's just
If I had to
awesome
pick-
food.
It'd be something utilitarian, like, I mean, fancy stuff is really good, but like tacos and empanadas and sandwiches,
Oh yeah,
Empanadas so good. Cheese empanadas.
spring rolls,
I mean definitely not healthy food.
Yeah.
you
Fuck.
know.
I mean healthy food is good, but if you're talking about my favorite food, it's
Like,
it's not
you
gonna
know
be
what?
healthy
You know what,
food.
Mark? My favorite food is lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
Well,
a rabbit.
I love
Well,
that stuff that they,
Todd's almost a vegetarian, so he splurges occasionally.
I love the garnish that they put on a steak.
I could do ovo lacto.
garnish
that's
needs
as far
to stay.
as I
Kale?
go. Like,
Yeah, the kale garnish. That needs the steak.
give me eggs and cheese and I'm good. Like if you got to take away my eggs and my dairy, I'm like freak out. I mean, I could definitely reduce my intake on that, but you
Yeah.
gotta let me have a little bit of manchego.
Talk about
every now and
IBS jokes.
A little
Yeah,
chicken
right.
dip.
Do you have an ultimate jam?
then. An ultimate jam.
Yeah, the one song or album that keeps coming back to your media no matter what.
Is that like
Record
where
C-
you go for the album front to back without skipping a track, or Ultimate Jam like you throw it in the car? It's one long track.
It's
and
whatever it's whatever is the one that always comes back to whatever. If you're listening to a CD player, an MP3 player, a record player, it's the one thing you could listen to anytime, anywhere.
Just one song.
Could be a song or album.
I mean, with me, it's going to be Iron Maiden, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. If it's an album, I will play that damn thing, and I've been listening to it for, I don't know how, since '88 when it came out, or '87, I don't know. And I will always come back to that album.
Rest in Peace is awesome.
Yeah, I can get on that.
I knew you would say Megadeth.
I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I think that or Peace. I mean, Peace Sells is all right. I mean,
I like Endgame.
Because that's the last album you bought.
Yeah.
Like,
when it came out,
I like United Abominations.
When it came out in 2013.
Dystopia is great though.
It is.
They're new. Oh my god, that
Dystopia.
all right, this is turned to the Megadeth.
Like, if my desert island thing would just have to be something like, okay, I can narrow it down to like 500, and you grab a handful and throw them at me, and that's what I'm stuck with, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not an either or kind of person. I can't narrow. It's what's your favorite would be more like, what's your favorite now? Okay, 5 minutes later, what's your favorite now?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's mood dependent and everything else, but
Like, I got coconuts on this deserted island, hit me on the top of my fucking head.
well, you know, you guys are picking thrash albums.
Well, it could be
whatever. Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
I mean, I could rock out
Yeah.
some Johnny Cash, man.
It could be
American
Elvis.
Four or something. Yeah.
I mean, Reverend Report and Heat, you know, just Psychobilly,
Shit,
just
man,
anything,
like-
man.
Fudgeknuckle.
Hell yeah, play our own shit.
I don't know. I agree with Lemmy on, like, you know, the whole like 50s rock and roll, rhythm and blues type stuff, and then I like a lot of
Motown or something.
soul music. Yeah, man, like Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, or Aretha.
Yeah, then you can go into like like record labels like Stax or
Yeah, man, like Stax.
Sun Studios.
I love the
and stuff.
Stax stuff, and Steve Cropper, the guy that played guitar for
Blues Brothers.
and
Yeah.
he did Booker T and the
But,
MGs, and they were kind of the house band at Stax Records. So like all those Otis Redding
yeah.
albums pretty much had Steve Cropper's guitar.
Dude, and the
on it.
Wrecking Crew in California. Frickin' dude, Carol Kay and the bass
Oh,
line.
Yeah,
Carol
she was
Kay,
awesome
yeah.
too.
Dude, just
I watched that and I was like,
Like,
man,
man, and-
like this chick's got to be one of the best basses I've seen.
Like you watch,
I mean,
get on YouTube and watch some of those old clips, and I'm telling you right now, watch Sam and Dave. Like you watch Sam and Dave clips on their live clips, get the live one, man, they're just totally drenched in sweat.
yeah.
And
Wilding out.
You got to remember too, like if you don't know anything about them, like them two guys did not like each other at a certain point, and they could get out there and still put on that same show and make it look like they were best friends and all that stuff, man. And they would just get out there and they work so hard, you could just.
Well,
see
I
it
hate
all, man.
Chris Hillerick, and I'm in a band with him called
Yeah.
Fudgeknuckle.
He's standing at Mike
He's a
Taylor.
piece of shit.
I think I hate that Mike
But
Taylor.
since
works
you guys
in that
started
damn
on
album.
'80s thrash albums, I guess
Dan's
I'll
a piece of shit.
mention Anthrax.
Well, that's why I
'cause
love
I love Troy though. He's my boyfriend.
I
Yeah,
think Among
Troy,
the Living
totally.
is that's probably my favorite thrash album ever.
Right on.
I like Among the Living a lot.
Oh, that's a great album.
All right. And I understand the concept of the band is, a bit comical. So, Spinal Tap moments. What do you
The
have?
van.
Yeah.
the van.
The van.
Or the truck. Was it a truck or a van that broke down on the way to like Metal Fest? 4?
Oh yeah, that
Was
was.
it 3 or 4?
I think it was 3.
we even
Yeah.
referenced
When the van broke
Spinal
down,
Tap. Got to take it
That
to 11.
was 4.
Yeah.
Was it 4?
Was it 4?
What
That
was
was
the
4 because we were playing outside that year. And
No. It was 3. It was the year before.
Was it?
The dual stage was 4.
I thought because that's where you had to have the van towed.
That was 3.
Okay.
All right. So what ingratiated me in Alan's good graces, I suppose, is like, I don't know, just the whole show must go on mentality. It's like, so the van that I had, with all the gear in it, I'm not even like 5 minutes away from my house, getting ready to go and set up for the show. same day, and it breaks down, and it's like seriously, and so it's like, man, I gotta tow it. I tow it to the show because, you know,
Show must go on.
Show must go on, and so Alan's like, man, here's a guy. I love this mother. You know, just it's like it doesn't seem not normal.
You sounded just like you.
I don't know. I can't get, you know. I don't know. Love Alan.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. The reason I dig Metal Fest and Alan and his whole deal is that, you know, for the same reason that I tow the van to the gig is the same reason that he held a party for his friend who was dying of cancer. It's, you gotta, I don't know, live in the now, Wayne, or whatever. Right. It's, I don't know, just, you know, how am I going to let down these people? How am I going to let down this one person? How, you know,
right.
It
just that charity hook, man. Like, you know, you're doing it for something that's more important than what you're actually doing. You know,
but
like,
you don't think about that at the time.
Well,
it's
but that's what makes you that motivated.
That's a motivator. You know, like, obviously.
I mean, like, it's one thing to play for. Well, I mean, I can't really say I've never really played for money, but I can't imagine like there being a different sort of thing. Like, if you're gonna be at a show and then you find out, well, they're not paying us anywhere near as much money as we're supposed to, and there's hardly anybody here. You might half-ass it or even say, you know what, we're just going to go somewhere else. We're not wasting our time. But, like, if it's a charity thing and shit starts hitting the fan, like, you're going to have more drive to overcome that because you don't want to let anybody down because, you know, you're not doing it for your own gain. You're doing it for the gain of people you don't even know.
Yeah.
Community, yeah.
And I had to
sense
tell
of community, I guess, is a better word.
Yeah. And I had to tell Alan to switch charities. I was like, dude, you know how much overhead American Cancer Society has? It's like, you're not doing a fat lot of good of nothing putting any money towards them. That's why charities are so, what your cause is for is like 19%, 20%. It's like 80% overhead, seriously? And there's so many charities, air quotes, charities out there that are, you know, all 80% management fees. And it's like, it's a way to make a quick buck, but Jimmy V is like 100%, and like same thing with like Give Kids the World. They have like the best.
Is that who he's giving the money to?
Yeah, it's Jimmy V. Yeah, because I told him, I was like, give it to Jimmy V, because, you know, the money that goes there is for, you know, even like people who need a ride to their treatments.
Right.
Jimmy V, you know, can. Some of that money can go there, and it's like you can allocate that however you want. Be like, you know, does anybody need a ride this week? You know, give this money to that or whatever you need to.
Yeah, you could probably even like maybe if it ever got to the point where they were getting enough money to where he would start thinking about maybe giving it to multiple charities. You know, you could do stuff like give it to the cancer award at Cozair, or
I think he did Graham Brown Center one year.
Pick one of the charities that's centered on a specific type of cancer, or especially maybe one that goes underfunded because it's really rare, but people need the help.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
That sort of thing. Like, you know, I don't know a whole lot about the big ones, but from what I know about Jimmy V, this seems pretty up and up, you know, like. Whereas I understand what you're saying about American Cancer Society. I mean, it's got some of the same problems that most of those real huge charity organizations have, like, you know, United Way.
Yeah, overhead is ridiculous, and it's all corporate.
Yeah, like it gets so big, it gets to the point where it's so big that, like, I mean, people that are working for the charity got to get paid, right? You know, like,
but it's,
and once you get the organization so big that you've got all this overhead and you're paying all this administrative cost and all that, I can see where maybe the money doesn't go as directly to the people who need it as a smaller organization. That's more about like, well, we're running this with the fewest people possible. We're just trying to get this money to these people.
Well, I think it'd probably be best to donate to something that it's like a side thing for them. They have a life, they have a full-time job. they just do this.
And they volunteer.
They volunteer their time.
That's how Give Kids the World works.
Right.
Everybody, and a lot of that has to do with the families of these, and some of them have cancer, some of them have rare diseases. It's usually terminal, children and stuff. But like if they recover, well, they come back and then they volunteer.
Right.
Because the place is so good, it's so well run, and it's kind of like why people come back to Metal Fest. It's like I get to hang out with people that I see maybe once a year, and maybe it's at Metal Fest, or maybe I haven't heard Fudgeknuckle in a while. They weren't on this year's Metal Fest. Man, y'all should. What's going on with y'all? It was like, well, we need a drummer.
Definitely. And speaking of Metal Fest, it's July 24th and 25th at the Boondocks Event Center in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. You guys play on Friday night. Around what time is it?
12:05 to 12:35.
Awesome. And there's going to be a bunch of other bands that weekend. I think there's 38 total bands. So everybody needs to go out and check it out for sure. It's $15 a day or $25 for the weekend. It's camping. Social distance is enforced. So hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. That's all we can. We'll try to make it
as user friendly as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll have temperature screenings when you come in. So
absolutely. I know I talked to Alan about that personally. So
yeah,
it needs to be done, and wear your face mask and gloves, all your PPE. Just again, don't throw that shit on the ground.
Yeah,
nobody wants to pick that shit up.
If you don't wear gloves, bring your hand sanitizer.
It's going to be quickly biodegradable.
Yeah,
right.
There should be trash bins and stuff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Porta pots. You can throw your PP in a porta pot. I think.
Yeah,
use it as a toilet paper.
I guess if you're going to go between throwing,
just don't put it back on your face.
If you want to split littering hairs here, I guess it would be better to throw a beer can on the ground than your mask. But
at this current stage, yeah. Before we go, got one more question after this. But do you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody? Do you have a Facebook page you want to promote? Do
we have a Facebook page?
Man, I mean, like.
We had a MySpace page. That's how long ago we
haven't even been on that.
I'm sure it's still on there.
No, MySpace took down everything, didn't they?
I mean, I haven't been on that thing in so long. There's not even any point. We could just
that's why Troy
honestly
uploaded his. It's like this is a practice we did with MIDI drums.
I don't know. Maybe it's selfish of me to say that, but I would prefer to be less on social media than have yet another reason to get on social media.
Absolutely.
To do a band page. So I don't know. It's
like
conflicted.
We like to be a little undercover.
Right.
I guess it would be different if we were more dead set on being a full-time band, but we haven't been able to manage that yet. So.
Dude, we got was it 4 practices in a row?
We're like guerrilla warfare. We just pop up.
I say shout out to all the cancer survivors, since this is a cancer benefit that we're playing for. That and there foremost.
Yeah, even if we hadn't done this in 5 or 6 years, and somebody was like, "Hey, y'all want to play Metal Fest this year?" I'd be like, "Well, yeah, I'm down. I'll do it."
Yeah, it's always good to.
I mean,
play
pretty
for a
much
good
any
cause.
other show too, but definitely that one. That's the first one we ever played. And, I know the money that's being raised by it's going somewhere good. So
right.
Yeah.
So shout out to Alan for getting this thing going.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike for running the sound.
Yeah. If you don't know, ran sound every year since the first year, because Chris Justice was like, "Man, Alan, why don't you get with this guy? He's kind of knows what he's doing." So
he knows what he's doing.
And then you just feel that passion from a guy that has lost his best friend,
right?
And
So last question I have, it's the morbid question. If heaven or hell exists, what do you want to hear when you think you're
I
going?
thought you were going to say marry, fuck, or kill. Sorry,
What's
Mark.
that
What
old
was it?
saying? You go to heaven for the go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company. Is that what it is?
Yeah, kind of. If heaven or hell exists, what do you want to hear when you arrive where you think you're going?
Oh man.
I know a lot of my mother was real big Christian. We were raised a real big Christian family. Also, my grandmother. I would love to hear my mother's voice again. That's what I would love to hear if I.
Jesus Christ, Chris.
Well,
Jesus Christ,
she asked
Mark.
and I answered. They try to bring us down, you know. This is what I would like to hear.
I want to hear Dan's dad. I want to hear Dan's dad's voice saying, "Man, I fucked Chris's mom up here in heaven. She's a good fuck."
God bless, man. Why's it gotta be me? It gotta be my voice because I'm the oldest.
No, I said your dad.
He said
No,
your dad.
I said your dad.
well,
Your
I
dad's
heard that
voice.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Take two.
Yeah, I don't know. You can cut that one out of there.
Lots of screaming.
Impromptu. Lots of
And if I know Todd, he's talking about heaven.
The gnashing, yeah. Yeah, the gnashing of teeth up in heaven. Yeah.
Man, I really don't know.
Yeah, it'd be like
I'm just being sarcastic.
What would you want to hear?
parallel universe time, baby.
I know, right?
Time
Like,
to
wake
go back.
up, time for
Yeah.
school.
Ah, fuck.
Like, you start all over again.
Motherfucker.
That's hell, right?
Well, I mean, it could be. Depends on how much of your mistakes you retain in your former
No,
life.
I know what it is.
Right?
I know what it is. It's oh fuck. It's like, oh no, there's somebody at the door. We gotta.
So you want to hear that? You want to hear Michael?
Michael Jackson be like, oh shit.
Oh, Mike just showed up.
Oh no, your mommy just showed up.
I don't know why I just thought of you've seen people under the stairs, right?
Yeah.
I don't
He
know why
was-
I just started hearing "burning hell" in my back in
Well,
my
the-
brain.
the-
You know, like
The kid in that was
Everett
in
McGill, man.
the kid. Yeah,
Can I
the
play
kid in
ropes?
that was in Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it all comes back to Michael Jackson.
Like,
Holy
dude,
shit.
That hands down.
He's looking at the man in the mirror.
That's absolutely my favorite Wes Craven movie.
Really? People on the stairs?
People Under the Stairs is fantastic, man. It's a total.
Well, there you go. There's the
Like
movie
urban-
answer from earlier.
It's
Yeah.
like an urban
Hey.
legend, fairy tale,
Yeah,
like,
that's the first
horror,
That's the first thing we'll hear.
weird, you know.
All right, so y'all got some instruments here too. So what do y'all want to play out, or to the end of the show? What song you want to play?
Well, for your audience, especially, Mark,
Yeah.
we're gonna cover an Overload song.
Oh shit.
Well, how about just go out to the theme song? We're just gonna end it on something.
I don't
For now.
know, man. What do you want to do?
I don't know. We
I
could,
jacked that all out.
Oh,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, theme song's good.
Pooping?
Nah, we fucked that up too bad. Let's do. We gotta tell people about Chuck Norris.
We'll wait till the show to mess that one up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Chuck Norris or pooping with the door open. I think
Yeah,
poop. Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah, either one's
Let's
cool.
just go pooping with
Awesome.
the door open. Because it is Fudgeknuckle and has to do with the anus.
Gotta take a shit. Gotta do it real quick. About to hit the floor. Time to shut the fucking door. Now,
Since 1973, Tattoo Charlie's has been an established body modification studio in Kentucky, featuring world-renowned artists and piercers, currently with locations on Preston Highway and in Lexington, a staple point in the tattoo community. Learn more at tattoocharlies.com. Set up your appointment today at 7904 Preston Highway. Our tattoos are done while you wait. Hey, are y'all in a band? Do you need merch for shows? By now I'm sure you've seen all the Metal Forge patches that are available, along with many more. Well, the printer I use for those is UKR Patcher. Check them out on Facebook and Etsy. They do awesome custom work and for extremely affordable prices for any band budget. Check them out, UKR Patcher on Facebook and Etsy. Hey everyone, do you play tabletop games like D&D and Pathfinder? Well, hit up Eric at Imagination Studios. They do custom printing for all your minis for gameplay. Don't forget, they are a licensed Reaper, Artisan Guild, and more printer and dealer. Hit up ImaginationStudios502.com for more info. That's ImaginationStudios502.com. EMAGINATION Studios502.com.
Ashball presents Metal Fest 9, the Jeremy Wade No Cancer Fighting Weekend. 30 bands, 2 stages, 2 hellacious days. $15 per night or $25 for the weekend. Includes fishing and camping. Metal Fest 9, sponsored by Imperial Tattoos, the Ville TV Network, Dark Star TV, and Mike Taylor Sound. Hosted by Metal Forge Radio, with special guest, Cold Steel Rail, Shovelhead, Year of the Gun, Two-Pump Chump, Cross Joint, Overload, Juke Joint Revival, Fudgeknuckle, and SWP, Dustin Swaggart, Nightshade, Celestial Serpent, Nothing's Wrong, Hidden Solace, Call Me Monster, Devil Be My Judge, Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Automalized Buried, E Flat, Until the Dead Walk, Creature of Exile, Eulogy and Blood, Bradshaw, Metal Fest 9 at the Boondocks Event Center, bringing havoc back to the farm. Friday, July 24th, Saturday, July 25th. In Shepherdsville, Kentucky. For more information, check it out on Facebook, Metal Fest 9, the Jeremy Wade No Cancer Fighting Weekend.